perfect time for a midnight snack, even though it's not midnight. It's just late
It's
night.
midnight on the East Coast.
This is true. This is
It's
very true.
always midnight somewhere.
Yeah. Speaking of,
Even
it's always 5 o'clock. So maybe that would have been so good if I had a shot and was like, speaking of, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and
and
take a shot. Yeah.
I got desensitized to country because I grew up in South Dakota and then I lived in Wyoming for 5 years, and I'm just like, man, it just if that's like a majority of what you listen to, it all just kind of starts to sound the same, and then you start to like get a resentment towards it,
Yeah.
you know. And so even though I'm 29 now and I haven't lived in Wyoming or South Dakota for 5 years almost now, I am just now kind of being able to enjoy country music a little bit, just a little bit.
Hello.
But there's only specific kind, like Chris Stapleton's really good. God, he's got a great voice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Yeah.
Like killer voice.
Mm-hmm.
Still, for the most part, it's like every genre where a majority of the genre kind of sucks because it's like lowest common denominator.
Yeah.
But you gotta shift through the debris to find the good shit, you know.
No, literally in like every genre, in like rap, pop,
Especially
in,
now.
in metal, like
Especially
you gotta shift through the shit.
Especially now because there's so much saturation on the market. There's so much saturation on the market in music because of streaming, and now they're like anyone can just like put their shit out on SoundCloud or Spotify. So a lot of my Discover Weekly is extremely hit or miss on Spotify.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's really cool because you find like really small artists that have like a few thousand a month listener or something like that.
Yeah.
But other times it's just garbage.
Well, that's what I kind of like about YouTube and like YouTube music, because a lot of originally, like before TikTok took over social media, a lot of artists were posting their music and music videos and stuff on YouTube, and so they were posting all of their music on YouTube, and if they were to like leave YouTube and delete their account, then all of their music would go away, and that would always make me really bummed out, because there's a bunch of bands and stuff that were like really small time bands that came out in the early 2010s, and then you can't find any of their music anywhere, not on Spotify, not on Pandora or nothing. And sometimes you can find them on YouTube, but like
not really.
And like some of those were really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of the small bands are really good, and they just don't make it, because it's the luck of the draw.
Yeah, a lot of making it is a lot of luck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Justin Bieber did start on YouTube.
Post Malone did?
Yeah,
Post Malone got big from cover as well. There's a lot of people, like even comedians like Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
He got big on YouTube, OG YouTube, when he was 15, and now he's in his 30s. And yeah, they're on SoundCloud now. That's what we're saying. They're on SoundCloud, and really, honestly, anyone can just put songs on Spotify. Like, there's local Reno bands that are putting shit on Spotify as well.
Yeah.
Another comedian who also does comedy, Bobby Benedict, he has his band Sad Giants. And they're actually pretty good. Like, I enjoy them. Yeah. But you can look their shit up on Spotify or YouTube, you know? And that's like a similar thing with like social media, with not only music and comedy, where if you just want to like put something out there, you can just put it out on YouTube. And honestly, TikTok does a lot of really good things for helping not only comedians but music. But yeah, it's really cool that you can just kind of put anything out.
Mm-hmm.
If you have some content that you want to put out, you can just put it out.
Yeah.
Again, sometimes that's great. Sometimes, other times it's not, because then it means just everyone can just fart out content, and it's not always good.
Yeah, but it does give like a little bit more of an equal playing field for the people who actually do want to send out art.
Yeah, we haven't talked about what we're eating yet. What are we eating, Kris?
Oh, today we made loaded baked potato soup. My bowl's still kind of hot, but I don't know if you guys can see that. So, our loaded baked potato soup today has bacon bits and green onion. So I wanted to do oven baked broccoli and cauliflower, and to like give it a little bit of texture, you know. And I might have given it a little bit too much texture. I forgot that these were in the oven and to reset our timer. So our poor broccoli and cauliflower did get a little... Oh, thank you for subscribing. So our broccoli and cauliflower did get a little bit overcooked, but it still tastes pretty good, even though it doesn't look very good. It does look like it kind of survived a fire. As Steven was mentioning not that long ago, that it looks very Tim Burton, which
normally would be a compliment.
Normally would be a compliment to me, but unfortunately, when it comes to my food, I am looking for like Food Wars level appetizing, like anime level appetizing food, and not Tim Burton, who does not specialize in that kind of artistry.
Yeah, when I'm looking at my food, I don't want creepy and corpse-like.
Yeah, although it is very tasty. Like, they're overcooked, but they're like very tasty. If you like crispy greens, you're gonna like this. But like, yeah, I don't know. I've been feeling so awful, especially since last week. I ended up being late, and now
no hand shrimp cocktails.
No, not unfortunately not tonight. No, Beetlejuice couldn't make it. To give us a show.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Next time.
When we do a Halloween themed one, when we do a Halloween stream. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool. But
do you want to do like a St. Patrick's Day dinner next week? Because that'll be just the day after St. Patrick's Day.
Oh.
Give us some ideas on what we should cook for a St. Patrick's Day meal. Chances are, like, of course, like the big one is like corned beef.
Corned beef and cabbage, yeah. That's what my aunt was suggesting. But I didn't want to do something so, like, common. So, I don't know, maybe, like... I don't know, what would be a good St. Patty's Day dish?
Relapse.
Yeah. I'm uncultured. Please help me.
Let's make something in honor of the Queen being dead.
Oh. Ding dong, the Queen is dead.
Yeah. Oh, blood pudding. There we go. That would also be kind of...
That'd be interesting.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would like green eggs and ham.
Oh yeah, that's St. Patrick's Day. It's green. It's fucking green.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, so this is the food. Let me dip
I do have to like...
broccoli though.
Yeah. Yeah. We gotta dip the broccoli, and we're gonna dip the broccoli into our soup because that's like the best way. Because they are kind of a little crispy, almost like chip-like.
They're like sun-dried, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of like raisins.
Yeah.
Oh, shepherd's pie.
That would be a good one. Oh my gosh, I know.
Love shepherd's pie.
I have my dad does a good hamburger pie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is very
which is
good soup.
Basically like shepherd's pie.
I bet y'all are jealous. This soup is so fucking good.
Yeah. Okay, so I got to talk about my roux a little bit, because if you don't know what a roux is what you use to start off with a thick soup, chowder, and gravy. So you use a form of fat, and you mix flour or cornstarch into it, and to make a thick broth. And this has been my smoothest roux I've ever done, and I feel very proud of myself, because normally it ends up turning out a little bit grainy, and it's because the heat is either too high or I add everything a little bit too quickly. But yeah, this one turned out perfectly, and I used the Instant Pot too, which is very, very exciting. I was very excited to use my Instant Pot today.
Also, say hi to Banana.
Yeah, hi to Banana.
Even though she really wants my food.
Mm-hmm.
Watch it. Watch your food.
Even though these are burnt to hell.
Not bad.
Like, they look like little pieces of charcoal.
Yeah, it's so dark that you have to put it up on camera against your face because otherwise it just blends into your hair.
Yeah, no, really. Like, this is like a makeup channel.
Man, this is really good soup.
This turned out really good. I'm very proud of myself because this is a recipe I haven't done in a good couple of years. I was like, I don't know if I remember how to do this.
Yeah, you said this earlier. Sponsored by Black Pepper and Coffee and Comics book. Black Pepper. Thank you for sponsoring our video, Black Pepper.
Yeah, thank you, Black Pepper.
Coffee and Comics did not sponsor this, but
No.
the reason why we have this cup is because just like 2 hours ago, I went to Coffee and Comics and I filmed a sketch with a guy. His name's Steve Dixon, I think.
Oh, the guy who was shirtless, or the guy who did the
guy who was like directing it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The shirtless guy, I can't remember his name. It was something really distinctive and unique. I don't remember what it was though. But we filmed a sketch. And essentially the sketch is I drink some I'm like confused in the sketch, and I'm trying to look at something that'll like bulk me up. And so then the barista gives me this drink, and then I take a drink, and then I just get insanely swollen, like ripped. So like I am going to just be over. So then this other guy comes in as me, and let me tell you, this guy was fucking shredded, dude. I thought he was just like a normal looking dude. And I mean, he was, you know, but then he took off his shirt. I was like, God damn, this guy is ripped. Very well cast.
Oh yeah, very, because
you're going to see what I look like if I was ripped, because they're going to put my face over this dude's face. Dude, imagine this jawline, but I didn't look like I was born with fetal alcohol syndrome. Like, imagine that, dude. Reno is no longer going to be a desert because everything's going to be fucking wet as soon as that video comes out.
It's just a jawline that sharp can just cut glass.
Yeah.
You know, cut diamonds.
Yeah. Absolutely. But it was really funny because the guy like took off his shirt and he was doing like the pecs dance thing a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Easy there, girl. But, crap, Banana just totally derailed my train of thought.
He was doing the pec dance.
Yeah, so, and then
like
I assume it was his girlfriend was there with him. Either that or it was just a friend that was a woman. But she was also recording him doing this thing. And I was in the background just like eye fucking this man like the entire time. I bet she got that all on camera. I'm just checking this dude's fucking hot ass body out while I'm just in the back just eye fucking her girlfriend, her boyfriend.
Man, he was hot though.
He was fucking shredded. He had at least 2 muscles.
At least 2.
At least 2 muscles. He had at least 2 of them. But yeah. No, Banana is definitely a human. Banana is like one of the most human-like cats I've ever met. Mm-hmm. And she's a fucking menace.
Absolutely a menace.
Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to eat my soup. I put her tail in my soup right before we started the stream. And that was a significant bummer. Yeah.
A healthy dose of cat hair.
Yeah, some good old banana fur.
Yeah, that's all you really needed to have a well-rounded meal.
Absolutely. Banana literally just got fed. She got fed 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I have her on the auto feeder. She's just a hungry little bitch. And also she just really loves attention, which is why as soon as we start streaming, that's usually when she shows up, because she's like, oh, what are you doing? Are you not paying attention to me? Banana's very dog-like in that way, where she demands your affection.
She really does. She's like fairly demanding, and she knows exactly where you're at in the apartment.
Yep.
So she'll follow you. And she's
She'll
very
follow you
vocal
around.
about it. Of like, meow,
Yeah,
meow.
just like, meow,
Yeah.
give me attention.
Yeah, give me attention.
Give it to me.
That's all she really wants.
One
She's
of the
a huge-
strongest cats ever. Just like physically strong. I was
She is.
laying down, was it earlier today or was it yesterday? Where we were watching anime, but I was laying
yesterday.
down and she was like sitting like right here, like on the side of our couch. And she like kind of fell a little bit, and to like get her balance back, she like hit me in the face with her tail, and it like hurt. She just like pelted me in the face with her tail, just like in the face. And I was like, ow. Like, god damn, banana.
Yeah, no, really, she's got that body on her, man. I honestly can't get over how much I like burnt broccoli.
Yeah, are you kind of like happy that it happens?
A little bit. I mean, I'm really sad that it's ugly, but like, it's delicious.
Ugly and delicious. Title of my sex tape. Haha.
No, but really,
It isn't bad. It is pretty good.
yeah. You dip it in the soup and it's like, man, this is delicious.
Yeah, I wouldn't serve it in a restaurant, but behind closed doors, not bad. Not a bad snack.
Yeah.
Later, we're also going to have some dessert as well.
Yeah, I made a fruit syrup from raspberry, blackberries, blueberries, and strawberries.
Yeah.
And we're going to put that over angel food cake and ice cream.
Another thing that Banana loves to eat is hair.
She really likes to eat
She
hair.
loves just chewing on people's hair, and it's very rude and
Yeah.
very strange. And at first I thought it was like everyone's like shampoo or whatever, because
Yeah.
that's happened to multiple friends that have come over. But she does it to all string like things. She does it to the carpet. Sometimes if like there's like a string from the carpet like poking out of the ground, I'm just like sitting on my computer. If I'm laying down, she's just like on the ground, just like trying to bite the carpet fur. Like it's like, and I know she knows I'm talking about her. She's looking up at me like, bitch, you talking shit? But sorry, stop eating the carpet. Thanks again for the subscription. We've got 2 subscribers now.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. 2 subscribers. Congratulations, us. That's $10 a month. And Twitch takes 50% of it, so that's $5 a month.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, friends. I really do appreciate it. Love to see you every week.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with those subscriptions, you get our emotes and ad-free. And I was going to say our undiving love and support, but who knows? There might be someone that subscribes to us that we have no control over that might be like a pedophile or something. So I'm not going to say I support you because I don't know who that person might be. I have 475 followers. Statistically, there's at least like 5 pedophiles that are following me on Twitch right now.
Oh, that's not cool.
No, it's not. But I can't like do an investigation and just like remove these people from following me. It's just the nature of having stuff online. Banana, what the fuck are you up to?
Statistics.
Yeah, good old statistics. That's one of the things that's weird about performing online is like literally anyone could be watching you.
Yeah.
Fucking Obama could be watching this stream right now. What if Obama was watching this stream right now? That would be crazy. He's not. Statistics say he's not, but also statistics say it's technically possible.
It's like that meme. It's like, the chances of you getting attacked by a bear is, can be low, but never zero.
Yeah.
like no matter where you're at.
You'd vote for him a third time if I could. Considering the candidates we have, he would be slightly worse. I mean, slightly better than both Biden and Donald Trump.
Can't we just get like Michelle Obama to take his place? Because man, she did so much good.
You know who I'm voting for? Jon Stewart. That's who I'm writing in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's this lady that I saw who's a socialist, and I really like her views.
I like socialism. I like socialists. I like that.
Can't remember what her name is, but I really enjoyed her.
There was one that was running, but she dropped out a while ago that I like. Her name's Marianne Williamson. Was that who? Marianne Williamson dropped out. She's a progressive, though. And she's wonderful.
Jasmine Sherman.
I haven't heard of her. But she's a socialist.
Yeah.
And is she still running right now?
Yeah, for vice president.
Yeah, vote for Pedro. Fuck yeah, dude. I'd vote for Pedro.
Pedro Pascal?
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah, I'd vote for him.
Yeah. If anything, you can't, like, do any worse than what our presidents do now.
He's so genuinely kind.
Yeah, I don't think he could actively make a decision to do war crimes like all of our presidents do right now.
Yeah.
The soup is very good. And we were going to drink this. This is apparently a cold brew with protein drinks. But we're not going to drink a protein drink while we're eating loaded baked potato. We're eating dinner. And also it's like 10 o'clock at night, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want cold brew at 10 o'clock. I'm going to be up till 5 in the morning. Which I've already been having issues.
Yeah, I don't know why I was like, yeah, we'll take it.
Well, when she asked if we'd take it, I didn't know there was actual protein powder in it either.
Oh.
I thought it was just nice cold brew. So I'm like, oh, I'll drink it, and then I'll just be up till 3 in the morning. But I'm watching my figure. You know, I'm not trying to get fucking shredded. I want to look like I'm starving. All the time. This is hard work keeping up this body.
Oh my gosh. Look at how flat this guy is.
That's a flat black.
So flat.
Well, that's like a Napoleon Dynamite reference. I remember when that movie first came out, because that was like a kind of a big deal in South Dakota.
Yeah.
Because the movie was shot in Idaho, I believe. But the guys that created the movie, I think like the director, like they were really small directors, but they were from South Dakota. They were from like Edgemont, South Dakota. And then they just showed the video on like the Sundance Film Festival. And then that's where they ended up like getting a name from the Sundance Film Festival. And then that's how it got released in movie theaters. Because it was originally a Sundance movie. But I remember that was like a big deal. Napoleon Dynamite is one of those movies that's like bad but good.
Yeah.
It's like good bad. It's like a really good bad movie. Like there's not really a whole much of a point to it. The jokes are like dumb, but it's still got like this really nice charm to it.
Yeah, it's very like it's got very simpleton humor. But it's very relatable simpleton humor. You know, everybody can relate to it. Everybody can relate to the pettiness, to the immaturity, to
just what it's like being in high school sometimes.
Yeah. So and
just the weird awkwardness of being in high school and being a weirdo.
Pardon me as I make a mess.
This is a professional setting, you fucking asshole. Quit being such a mess.
I know. I'm sorry.
Sure, we can burn our vegetables all we want, but you dare spill some of our soup.
No, I spilled some of my Sprite. It's okay. I ate all my soup. To be honest, I think I might get a second bowl. That was delicious.
It was very good soup.
Yeah, it is very good soup. Yeah, just like feeling all of a sudden like all this soup settle. Because I was just chowing down
Yeah,
for a
that's
good minute.
the soup is like putting me in a bit of a food coma.
Yeah, it was way better than I remember it, to be honest.
Yeah, this is really good.
Yeah. So, if anybody wants any, and we got plenty, I made way too much, as per usual.
Yeah, we'll ship it to you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ship you soup. I lied. That's unreasonable. I'm not gonna just ship you soup.
I'll hand deliver it to you. I'll go out onto a plane and deliver it to you, to your house.
I'll feed it to your dog.
Yeah.
I'll hand deliver it to you. I'll feed it to your dog. And then I will kick your child.
It would be not a good soup to feed to any sort of animal because it does have a lot of onion and garlic to it.
I'm not doing it for the dog. I'm doing it for me.
The dog's gonna get sick.
Exactly. I'm doing it for me.
All right. Okay. My
Jokes
roommate's
aside.
now a dog killer.
No, I'm a dog illness giver.
Oh, okay.
I don't want it dead. I just want its quality of life to suffer. You know, totally
Okay.
not sociopathic stuff.
Yeah. Definitely not get on a watch list for this.
Nope.
No.
Definitely not. You know, one of the things that I like to do, like whenever I see like a fly in our apartment or something, and this happens when I'm like in the bathroom, is like if there's a fly, I like take my blow dryer and I like fuck with its air currents a little bit. So like the fly is like flying around, but I'm just taking the blow dryer and just like fucking up its air. Again, I'm not like killing it. I'm just like fucking with it a lot. And maybe, and I'm just, you know what? I'm giving it strength training.
Yeah.
Strength training. I'm actually
that's what
helping that
is.
fly.
Yeah.
Because if that fly can handle an air dryer that's heated, I think that fly can handle anything. It's like Rocky Balboa, but with flies. I'm the fucking Polly to fly Balboa.
Yeah, you're the Polly to something that lives less than 24 hours.
Yeah. Well, maybe he lives 25 hours. That's an extra hour that I'm giving that that bug.
You know what? All right. Because he's simply able to fly against your hairdryer air currents.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. That's exactly how it works. Nice ring.
Thanks.
Way to blow it into the corpse food.
Yeah. Give it extra flavor. Some
Let me be the judge of that.
blue raspberry lemonade.
Tastes like cum now. Get wrecked.
I'm like, huh. Nope, still burnt.
Still burnt.
Still burnt.
Yeah,
Still,
it turns out food can't uncook.
it does taste really good though.
It is good.
Like I kind of do like burnt things.
Mm-hmm.
Like have you ever put bok choy on? I think I did this for you when we went to Korean barbecue. When we went to the Korean barbecue in Sparks, and they gave us bok choy, and I put it onto the grill and got the green all crispy. Oh, I love that. It's so good. You cook it down so that the green is so crispy, it's almost chip-like, so you can just break it off. Oh, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was really good. We should go to Korean barbecue again sometime. Oh, that's what I want. I want a little Korean barbecue skillet.
Mm-hmm. That's right, and they're not super expensive either.
No, we can
But
get a good one for $50.
We should definitely do that, and then we could have a Korean barbecue episode.
I would love that so much.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, I'll get a bunch of veggies, mushrooms, baby corn, bok choy. Children. I'll go to the Asian market. We'll get some like pork belly and brisket and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so good.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
That'll be an expensive episode though.
Well, we'll get the Korean barbecue for our own thing,
Yeah, but getting the meats and everything will still be kind of expensive.
Yeah, for good
and
meat.
the sauces and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll work on getting some of the sauces and then getting some of the canned veggies and then we'll do that.
Yeah, please donate.
Please donate.
If you want us to cook children
barbecue.
on a Korean barbecue.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
They're second graders. Who gives a fuck?
Oh my god, no.
If they're weaker than me, I think by definition they aren't a real person yet. It's just like a 30-second trimester abortion at that point. Yeah, is that fair?
Eat Rachel's child.
We just eat our friends' children.
No, that's awful. We would never do that.
No.
Only strangers' children.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, keep it out. Yeah, because then that's how you go crazy if you eat your own family.
Yeah.
You don't want to go
that's
crazy.
That's what that is. No, but actually, have you guys ever heard of what's called the laughing disease?
It sounds familiar.
Probably because I've told you about it before.
Probably.
Yeah.
It sounds like a random fact that you would bring up while I'm just like sitting on the couch.
Yeah, this is honestly one of my favorite things. Okay, so a lot of people will believe that eating human flesh will make you insane or make you crave it more. That's not true. However, what will make you crazy is eating a human brain. So anybody can have this disease and not ever know it, and it could lay dormant in their brain for their whole entire life. But if you happen to eat a human brain that has this the laughing disease in it, then you will go insane. There's a good chance that you will laugh until you die, and you'll start like hallucinating and stuff. It's typically found in like New Guinea and stuff.
Weird.
Yeah, because there are a few tribes out there that are still cannibalistic, and if you eat the human brain, then there's a good chance that you will go insane.
Yeah, I mean, if you eat my brain, you'll just get stupid.
If you eat my brain, you'll catch my autism.
Yeah, you'll catch the dumb.
Yeah. You will now become part of the million person line of eventually getting the brain cell.
Yes.
So
yes. 12th generation of brain cell. You try it? You would try human meat?
I don't know.
Would you? Like, if like this
would.
is something that I've asked you before, because it's something my friend Jessica asked me. But would you, if someone's like, hey, my foot got amputated and I made it into like a human foot stew, you want to come over and have some foot?
It really,
would you eat it?
Honestly, it really just depends on how it was cooked. And like, is it tasty?
Was it burnt?
If it was burnt, then no, probably not. But if it was in the soup, then yeah. If it was the bacon that we used in that soup, then yeah. All right.
I would probably.
That was delicious.
I would probably taste it, but I don't know if I would swallow it.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
I don't know. Something about trying and eating human meat gives me the heebie-jeebies. But also part of me is like, but I still want to try it.
Yeah.
There's like that like disgusting part of me is like, yeah, let's just eat the fingers. Just eat everyone's fingers.
Also, it really
finger
depends.
Food.
Like it depends on if they were tattooed as well, because I guess a tattoo will also
taint the meat.
So like it really just depends. There's a lot of contributing factors.
So if any of you are afraid of cannibals, just get some tattoos and then you'll be fine.
Yeah. Because they think you'll taste funny if you have tattoos.
Yep. That's why I tattoo my cat. Because I don't want anyone to eat her. I don't want a dog to like bite her and be like, oh, this tastes like ink.
Like,
is that actually
like, this is terrible?
Yeah. Wait,
I would like to speak to the manager.
Is that actually legal for you to are you allowed to tattoo animals?
No.
No, that's illegal. That's technically animal abuse.
Yeah.
I know it is animal abuse, but it doesn't mean it's illegal.
Well,
Because our country's,
I think there were like some places that would tattoo the inside of like dogs' ears and like uh pigs. They would tattoo the side of pigs and stuff, so like the number and stuff. I don't think they do that anymore because it does hinder the meat.
Right.
And
right.
they used to do it to dogs. I don't think they do it to dogs anymore because now we do the tracking device on them where it gets scanned and it's like, oh, so this is where the dog lives.
So they don't need it.
Yeah, but I think there are some underground like dog fighting rings that still tattoo the dog's ears.
Damn, that's crazy. Learned something new today.
Yeah.
Don't tattoo animals.
Yeah, no, that's
unless you lose them.
Fucked up.
Unless you lose them.
Yeah. Just get a tracking device.
Yeah, just get a tracking device, put it up their butthole, and then call it good. That's how tracking devices work, right?
Yeah.
It's a suppository.
You would know, right?
Yeah, I've got 5 of them. That my gynecologist gave me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how that works.
They're tracking my bowel movements via remote controlled suppositories.
All right.
Yeah, it's also really weird. My gynecologist, I meet them in an alley in downtown Reno.
That's very suspicious.
Their name is Spider.
I don't think they're a doctor.
They showed me their credentials.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had it written in crayon. And crayon is the most official form of signature.
Yeah, they're doctorate from Harvard.
Yeah, from Harvard.
Yeah.
It's like Harvard, but even more Ivy.
Yeah.
It's like the step above Ivy League.
Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah.
Harvard. School's so good they don't even need to spell anything. We don't need to spell in this school.
Like they misspelled graduate on here.
Yeah,
like,
and also their R is backwards.
Their R is backwards.
And that's because they admire people's creativity, unlike these other bullshit universities who oppress us with language. All these woke libtard schools making us use grammar and shit.
Give us an education.
Yeah, trying to make us look up facts and critically think. And here Harvard is, maybe just put a tracker up your butt.
Or 5.
Yeah, or 5. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that goes.
Yeah, so there's 5 people at the University of Harvard that I currently know where my exact location of my butthole is. Which is kind of crazy considering if you're watching my stream, you know exactly where my butthole is. Or at least maybe you don't know where I live. But you know I'm at this place where I live.
How do they know
what am I even talking?
Where your butthole is? This is not your Saturday night stream.
Excuse
I don't know
me.
if you remember, but I'm here on your Monday night stream.
Oh, excuse me.
This isn't Chatterbait.
Sorry,
So,
I thought this was the midnight
sir,
snack.
you gotta calm down.
Look, I'm just talking. I'm just saying things. You know what? You're right.
Just saying things.
I'm just making sounds with my mouth.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm really, you know what? Just because I do comedy doesn't mean I'm good at it. It just means I try things. I'm so dumb.
What's ball?
Yep, Precisely.
Mollman's butthole has 5 trackers.
5 of them.
5.
Yeah,
For some reason,
one
he
for
keeps
each
going
finger.
to the same doctor in the same alleyway.
Yeah, he's like, let me check your prostate.
5.
And I'm like, but this doesn't make sense. You're a gynecologist, spider.
You're a gynecologist.
Yeah, my doctor, Dr. Spider is
Dr.
his name.
Spider. Dr. Spider, the gynecologist.
Yep.
I don't know if I would trust that.
Well, I mean, he makes me feel good. And if it feels right, it's a-okay. If it feels right, then it is right.
If it feels right, it's right.
Yes. That's exactly what he said to me when he fingered my butthole with science. Oh, what did you miss? You missed my gynecology appointment. That's what you missed.
The live gynecology appointment that he posted on Chatterbait.
Yes.
In the back alley with Dr. Spider.
Yeah. And the full reaction to me doing it is going to be uploaded on Live Leak tomorrow.
And Pornhub on Wednesday.
Yep. Absolutely. Both are going to be my reactions to my own butthole being fingered.
Yeah. Just his reaction.
And just like the thumbnail is just like, oh my god.
It's just 30 seconds of you going, oh.
Yeah, and then also that's my reaction. Man, you must have already seen that video because you did that sound perfectly. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I heard you editing it over here.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, over and over. Oh. I was just thinking of like porn parodies. I was thinking of the movie Home Alone for some reason.
Oh no. Oh no.
And then I was thinking of the title like Home Alone and Ready to Fuck.
Oh no.
But of course it would just be adults.
Yeah, of course it would be adults. Like,
yeah. I mean, that could be honestly pretty hot though, because like there's that like fantasy that people have that are like, oh my god, a robber came in and they're going to steal from me. But what if I offer my body instead? You know. That's a porn plot, straight up.
Yeah, that's true.
How about you don't steal my TV, and how about you steal my virginity instead?
Yeah, those are so weird. Like,
well, porn plots are some of the funniest things I have ever seen.
Yeah, honestly.
They mix from just straight up creepy to some of, unironically, the best comedy ever.
Are you gonna celebrate Super Palindrome 420? What's that?
Yeah, what?
Tell me what that is. I would like to know what that is.
Yeah, that sounds intense.
That sounds awesome. That sounds like it's right up my alley. Why haven't I heard about this?
Do you smoke at 420 on the date of 420?
Well, I mean, that's what you're supposed to do anyways.
Right, but like
420's the 420's the stoner holiday.
Right. But it's 4/20/24 because it's 2024. 4/24. Yeah. Same forwards and backwards.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Gotcha. That's right. That's what a palindrome is.
Oh, yeah, like
because
race car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I swear I'm smart.
We could do a special stream if we wanted, special
really
420
cool.
stream.
I would like that a lot.
That would be cool. And then we start the stream at 420.
Okay.
And then start with smoking it, and then we just eat a whole bunch of stoner snacks.
That'd be really cool.
That would be a cool stream. And
yeah,
then
we would have
part
to
of the
save
stream
up
can be us just like getting high and watching videos.
Yeah. Infused ice cream brownies.
Oh.
You know, that'd be pretty good.
I don't know if I've ever been stupid high on stream before. I've been drunk on stream before.
Yeah?
Back when I used to stream more, but I don't know if I've ever been, like, really high.
It's been a long time since I've been really high. So, my friend Kaylin and I, Kaylin who hung out with us last week, we made gummies not that long ago, and now they're all moldy, and I'm really sad. But they were edible gummies, and there were some gummies that were like, they didn't taste that too weedy, And then they gave you like a little bit of buzz, but that's totally fine. And then I had this one gummy that tasted super weedy, and it kicked my ass to the point that like I was so high I had to go to bed, and I slept for like 12 hours, and then I woke up and it was still high, and then I went to work and I was still high.
Just very high.
I was still high. I mean, it wasn't to the point that I was like uncontrollably high. It was like a good kind of high. I was like, yeah, I can work on this. You know, this is totally fine. But man, I was high for like 24 hours on that gummy, and it was because we didn't mix it up in enough. So now we know for next time. And now I know for next time to leave the gummies in the freezer until I'm ready to eat them, because I'm very sad they're all moldy. So
yeah, I get
like
that.
how much mold have I eaten in the past week?
Mm-hmm.
So
Apparently a lot.
I'm guessing like a fair amount.
Yeah.
Because I was looking up the symptoms of like eating mold, and I was like, huh.
I have all
and
of
they were
those.
like, if you have asthma, then be careful, because it can worsen your asthma. And I was like, I thought I was getting asthma attacks the past few days because it's been kind of warm lately, but it's probably because I've been eating mold.
Yeah.
So like
that'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've been,
check
like,
your
horrified.
gummies, everyone. Check your
Always
food.
check your gummies.
I don't
Eat
think
Scooby snacks. I can't have Scooby snacks.
they have apple in them, right?
Yeah, the gummies, they have apple in them. But I can have the graham cracker ones. Those are delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they even still sell those. I don't know if they still sell those. I think they only sell the gummies now. I don't know if they sell the graham cracker ones anymore. Because those were also good if you like dip them in milk.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, like Nilla wafers. I love Nilla wafers.
Really? I think they're boring.
Really? They're so good when you like dip them in milk and they start getting like kind of soaked, so you're able to munch on them like a Pocky, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had them dipped in milk. Maybe that's my problem.
Highly recommend.
If I want cookie dipped in milk, though, I always go with Oreos.
Oreos are good.
Those are the classic.
Yeah. Those are the classic, but if you don't want chocolate, if you want something new, vanilla wafers.
Maybe I'll try it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason why they're put in like pudding and stuff like that. Because they're delicious in pudding.
They're delicious in pudding.
Oh,
I've never even had them in pudding before.
Really? Not even in like a banana pudding?
I don't think so.
Have you ever had a banana pudding?
I think so.
Are you sure?
I don't think so.
Because Nilla wafers are like...
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, I need to make a banana pudding now.
Yeah.
I need to make a banana pudding.
Bananas are like
because,
the best fruit.
Like it's so good. And like so you put layers of pudding, Nilla wafers, and then whipped cream, and then pudding, Nilla wafers, and whipped cream. And that's typically how you would eat a banana pudding. And because the pudding isn't very like liquidy, just a little bit will soak into the cookies. So the cookies are like a little kind of wet on the bottom, but not to the point that they're soggy, just to the point that when they're crispy, they like fall apart in your mouth, you know? Oh,
okay.
So good.
Damn.
Just the texture is sublime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be down to try that.
Yeah, I'll make you some.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll make banana pudding and rice pudding because I fucking love rice pudding.
Rice pudding is really freaking good.
Rice pudding is rad, man.
I remember one time, I don't think I've talked about this on stream yet, but I remember, I've talked about this with you a lot, but I remember one time Kris gave me a Indo tab, and I was high for 24 hours straight.
Okay, so I gotta tell you guys about Indo tabs, because Indo tabs are crazy.
They're heavy hitters.
If you like edibles, then you'll like these, but it's a completely different high than an edible. Completely. Like
it absorbs in a different part of your body, right?
Yeah, because not only are you absorbing it through your bloodstream, because it goes down into your stomach in order to get digested, but there's also a delta 9 that's because it'll go through your liver as well, so that THC goes from a delta 5 to a delta 9. and gives you a completely different high than what it would when you're smoking. Anyways, so that's an edible anyways. But it'll also absorb through your stomach lining, which gives you another different kind of high, which is very similar to a mixture of edibles and getting high off of concentrate.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're getting high through smoking, the smoke particles is what you're getting high from. So your lungs are porous, and the smoke particles will fill up the pores inside of your lungs, and that's how you end up absorbing the THC. So yeah, it's just
completely different high.
It's like a totally different high. It's like a mixture of an edibles high and getting high off of concentrate.
So you're like doubling your high.
Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, so she gave me a half of one.
A half of 100 milligram.
Yeah, so 50 milligrams though.
Yeah, so I
That's
gave him
still
50
a lot.
milligrams.
Because normally when
I
I
took
do
the other 50.
Yeah, because normally when I do edibles, I take like 10, 20 milligrams tops.
Yeah.
And she gave me 50, and it's double that.
And I've given him an Indotab before. I gave you a 10 milligram Indotab before. And you were like, I'm totally fine. I was like, okay, so this is like the Indotab that I've given you before. Only this is 50 milligrams and not 10 milligrams. So like the one that I gave you.
I don't remember
and you were like,
saying that.
I remember distinctly you being like,
saying that.
I can handle it. And I was like, are you sure this is kind of a heavy hitter? And you were like, I can handle it. And I was like, okay, all right, that's totally fine.
I do not remember this part of that conversation. This is the first time I've heard you mentioning that part of the conversation.
No, I've told you that before.
I don't think so.
No, I'm pretty sure because I've told you that that these were heavy hitters. And I was like, are you sure?
I remember hearing that part.
Yeah.
But I don't remember anything else other than they're heavy hitters, so I'm just going to give you half, so then you'll be fine.
No, I was like, do you want to split this with me?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, do you want to split this with me? This is like the Indotab that I gave you.
I don't remember any of the other explanations.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless, I was high for 24 hours straight. I remember taking it, and this was back when you still worked at Coffee and Comics. Mm-hmm. But then I went to a comedy show at the library. It was on a Monday night, because that's back when they had those shows on Monday nights. I remember I started to get high, and even though I wasn't going to perform, the host, Noelle, she was like, hey, do you want to just like go up and do 5 minutes? But I was like, no, I can tell you right now, no, there's no way I can perform. I'm good. I'm just going to watch. And so then as soon as the comedy show starts, this was before I stopped drinking too, but I grabbed a Guinness and I drank like 2 drinks of it. And then I just got inconsolably high. Like I was blacking out. I was barely trying to function. I got so high that I puked. It wasn't from the alcohol. I had 2 drinks of Guinness, but I ended up having to go to the bathroom at the library, which is not a place where you ever want to go to the bathroom. Let's be honest. That place is a shithole dive bar. And so I ended up puking a really good grilled cheese sandwich up. I was so bummed because I made a great grilled cheese, but I puked in the bathroom at the library. And then when sat, and it was so weird. I was like, thank God no one walked in, because the bathroom stalls there, they don't have any doors.
Yeah.
So if you're just like in the stall for any reason, people can just see you puking or doing a line of coke or whatever. Shitting. You know, shitting. I've unfortunately had to shit with the door open there before, and luckily no one's walked in. But some dude, when you gotta shit, you gotta shit, you know. And it sucks that people are always doing drugs in Reno, because then I have to shit with the door open because people can't be doing coke in the bathroom. It's so frustrating. It's like, just fucking do coke in your car like a goddamn adult.
Yeah,
don't do it in a fucking bathroom, you asshole. That's why I have to shit with the door open. And so I puked, and then I just like sat in the show. I blacked out. I don't remember like any of the show. I remember Saya Aluni was headlining, but it was weird. And I remember being so high that I eventually just walked to my car. And I couldn't drive. I couldn't even call an Uber because I couldn't even use my phone. because I was so high.
Yeah.
So I just sat in the driver's side of my car till 4 in the morning, downtown Reno, because I was so fucking high.
I felt so bad.
And then I woke back up at like 4 in the morning. I'm like, all right, I'm sober enough at least to drive. So I drove home. I fell back asleep. I woke up and I had to work. And I was doing customer service for a real estate company. And I was still training. I remember calling out because like in the middle of my first training session, just no memory. Just all of the information just going straight through me because I was still high 12 hours later. And I'm like, guys, I'm getting a migraine. So I have to clock out because I can't work. And so I clocked out. And then once I clocked out, then I was just able to enjoy being high at that point because then I didn't have any responsibilities.
Yeah.
But I remember calling you after I clocked out, like, Kris, what did you give me last night? I'm still high. I remember you came over to my apartment and just like felt really bad. She was really sweet. She brought me CBD oil and everything, which helped me sober up a little bit.
Yeah, because CBD will cancel out the effects of THC, so you'll still be high, but you won't feel as high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
then I
it does kill
performed
your
comedy
high.
that night. I ended up, I don't know if I was hosting Coffee and Comics,
No, you were
then,
hosting.
but I remember hosting, and I'm like, guys, I'm gonna level with you. I've been high for 24 hours straight, but here I am hosting.
Yeah, and I was working that night.
Yeah, that was a fun night. That was
Yeah.
a fun night of comedy because
That was a
once
good
I was able to not have to worry about responsibilities, then I was able to just enjoy being high.
Mhm.
That was fun.
Yeah, I did feel really bad. 'Cause, like that, I knew those were heavy hitters. I was like, oh yeah, you can handle that. You've had 50 milligrams before. I've given
And
you
I
50
have.
milligrams before.
I have had
Like
50
I'm giving you an
milligrams before.
Indotab. Like you should be totally fine.
Mhm.
And yeah, I get it. those kick my ass. So
Yeah. But you
you blacked out at the little nugget, threw up in the bathroom.
and almost got in a fight and got kicked out.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah. I've never gotten almost in a fight because even when I used to drink, I've never been an aggressive person in any sort of way ever. I've never almost gotten in a fight, but I have gotten kicked out of bars. But that's just because I got too drunk that I just ended up falling asleep.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of drunk I was. I wasn't like an angry drunk or whatever. I would just pass out. I'm a zombie drinker. That's what I am.
Yeah, I'm kind of fiery. If a man comes up and touches me, I'm gonna fight him.
Yeah, you will.
I'm gonna fight him. So there was a couple times at West Second that
Oh, fun bar.
yeah, that
Fun college bar.
because I knew a couple guys there. Both of them named Mike. I dated one, and then the other one was the bouncer.
Gotcha.
So he was a bouncer. A couple times that I had to they had to walk me out and be like, "All right, we're gonna wait for Shelby, who was my best friend," and so come pick me up.
Mm-hmm. Because you were about to kill someone.
Yeah, because I was gonna beat these people's asses. Like they don't touch people. Don't
do that.
Don't grab them.
Mm-mm.
Don't touch them without their consent. Or else somebody's gonna come and beat your ass.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it to the wrong person, and then they're gonna punch you in the face, and then everybody's going to have to get escorted out, and everybody's night gets ruined because you decided to touch somebody without consent.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, touch me without consent. I'm gonna punch you in the face without consent.
Yeah, which is it's well, no shit, but also especially when dudes in general just kind of don't give a fuck. But also, when alcohol gets involved, people just want to touch other people sometimes. But that doesn't make it okay. But especially at a place like West Second, it's like a young college kids bar. And so people just get weird.
Yeah, they get really weird. And then, women will also do the same thing where they think that just because they're women, they can go and touch other women. And it's
no, I'm not your friend.
It's I'm gonna beat your ass too. Don't fucking play.
Well, yeah, guys do that to other guys too.
Yeah.
I will say this. almost all of the bad things that happened to me were like when I was like downtown in Reno, like 3 out of the 4 times it was at a gay bar, and it was when I was like in and out of blacking out.
Yeah, no, see,
But that's because
it's
guys, well,
they're
it's very
scary.
strange. Yeah, guys are very scary sometimes. In a lot of ways, it made me scared of being gay.
Yeah.
You know, because even now, even though it's been almost 2 years since I've drank and I've had those bad, and I haven't had any. Part of the reason why those bad stuff happened is because I just got drunk and out of control. Again, a lot of the reason why I don't drink anymore. Even now, like 2 years later, sometimes I just get super anxious when I'm around people that are interested in me in any way, because I'm like, if I reciprocate any like mutual interest or any sort of affection, they're gonna like touch me in a weird way or whatever. Because I've got a lot of boundaries just in general in terms of like having people touch me.
Hmm.
So even though it's been over, like it's probably been 2.5 years or so, I'm still getting over that anxiety
Yeah.
of like people touching me without my consent and whatnot. That
Yeah.
shit is no fucking joke, man.
Yeah, no, really. Like,
It's fucking awful because it really affects you.
it really does, because, like, even if I'm around somebody that I like, and they'll do like a very simple touch of like putting their hand on my shoulder, or putting their hand on your shoulder, or like putting their arm around your waist or something like that, and that, like, I would cringe away from that, and it got to the point where I would have to tell people like, I'm sorry.
Just
I might do this, like, unless I tell you to stop, then like just keep doing it, because
right.
like I like physical touch and everything. It's just that I'm not used to it, and it
Yeah.
takes me a good while to get used to people and get used to it.
Mm.
So, and I'll definitely tell people like, hey, I'm not comfortable with that.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not down with that. But yeah, most other people will be like, I'm really sorry. I might.
Right. Yeah,
But
yeah.
we're cool.
Yeah, because a lot of that is just like involuntary body movements.
Yeah, it really
Because
is.
that happens to me to people that I'm even friends with and close to, where I
Yeah.
have like a
Yeah.
it's not like that severe, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, where I'm just like,
Mm. Or sometimes it's just like as simple as just like looking away or like looking down too.
yeah.
And that's part of the reason why I get really infuriated when people don't respect other people's boundaries in any sort of way, let alone touching or just like being like, hey, like, can you stop like teasing, like whatever, you know? It's
Totally get that.
infuriating when people don't respect other people's boundaries.
Yeah, no, I
For
totally
sure.
understand.
I just think it's so strange when people have the audacity to just do that to strangers.
Yeah.
Like, I get it if like you're friends and then you like don't, especially sometimes if once you're making friends with someone, you're still trying to get to know each other and you don't really always understand other people's boundaries yet.
Yeah.
Then that can sometimes just be like a misunderstanding or whatever. And then you can just like apologize and readjust, right? But
Yeah.
it's like, what I don't understand is when people just have blatant disregard for other people's like autonomy or, again, boundaries at all.
Yeah.
They just don't care. And then when you're like, hey, don't do that, and then a lot of times they make me feel like the asshole. They're like, what? I'm just like touching you. I'm just trying to give you a hug or whatever. I'm like, no, you like, no. I am allowed to have whatever boundaries I want. And you do not get to make me feel weird
Mm-hmm.
about having these boundaries.
Yeah, see, I don't understand why people have a stipulation against the word no. Exactly. No means no. I don't understand why people have such an issue with the word no. It doesn't mean that I hate you. It doesn't mean that I dislike you. It just means that I don't want this.
Mm-hmm.
And it could mean that I don't want this at this moment, or I just don't want this in general. But we can still talk about it, and we can still be cool, and we can still be friends, and still have the relationship that we had. It's just that I need to have these boundaries. Just like you have boundaries, and then everybody still sits here and talks about unconditional love and everything, and it's like all love is conditional.
Everything is conditional.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Banana. I didn't mean to hit you in the face.
All love is conditional. Boom.
Yeah.
Like Banana.
Well, like Banana, she's not gonna love you as much if you don't give her as much attention, and if you don't feed her. You're not gonna love somebody as much if you find out that they're a pedophile or a groomer or a rapist. Love
Everything
will
is
die.
conditional.
Everything is conditional. Like I'm gonna love you as long as you treat other people and me correctly. You know, like with decency and respect. I just don't see why everybody gets so offended with the word no.
Right. People are just sensitive and they get entitled to things. I think that's a lot of it.
Yeah.
And like being rejected does hurt. I get that. But that doesn't mean you take it out on the person that's just not wanting that, whatever it is. Yeah. Do you believe in love at first sight? I don't either. But
I think that's infatuation, and then you can like
love is something. I think love is something that is deeper than just seeing someone and looking at them. It's something that grows. But yeah, I don't believe in love at first sight either. I believe in attraction at first sight, and then a lot of times you can find someone and then you can both be mutually attracted to. But I don't think that's what love is.
No, I think that love at first sight is definitely one of those things of where there's survivor's bias. That there's some people who had love at first sight where they were instantly attracted to somebody, and then they found somebody that they could spend the rest of their life with, which is totally fine. Like, you can totally have that. It's just that love isn't going to be that way. Love is definitely a gamble, like on where you're at, who you meet, where you're from, stuff like that. All of that's going to have a factor. And just because you see someone and you're instantly attracted to them doesn't mean that you're instantly in love with them. You got to get to know them first.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah,
because there's been people that I wouldn't say I was in love with them at first sight, but I was like, wow, they seem great and beautiful and amazing or whatever. But then I talk to them and I'm like, oh, you're not what I thought you were, because I just saw that you were a beautiful looking person, or I was attracted to you in whatever way. But then people, I think it's one of those things where I think it takes like years to like really truly get to know someone.
Well, even then, you never really truly know someone.
Yeah, because you never really truly know yourself either.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
impossible, because you're always changing. Life is and the universe is a juxtaposition. Everything is a contradiction of itself in some capacity. So, like, you can never really truly know everything about the other person.
Yeah, exactly.
As you can't even truly know everything about yourself. I think it takes a while to like actually get to know someone and who they are as people.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people where I'm like, I met you, you're a really cool person, you're fun to hang out with, you seem cool, but then I hang out with them like 3 or 4 times and I'm like, oh, you just like revealed a really glaring character flaw that I do not like.
Yeah, that is like, it's a huge red flag. That is.
And it's like inexcusable.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're like actually just, I thought you were just joking, but actually you're just straight up an insecure bully.
Yeah. Like,
stuff like that. Especially like I deal with that because I do comedy a lot. I come across that a lot.
There's been so many people that I've gone out on a date with, and I'm just like, wow, you were so cute up until you opened up your mouth.
Yep.
Just like some of those opinions you definitely could have kept to yourself. and I would have never known. So
Yeah, there's people that I've been attracted to, and then they like xenophobic or something like that, or
yeah,
racist
or
or homophobic, which like
misogynistic.
yeah, and it's just like, oh, you literally are just choosing to be a piece of shit to a group of people that you don't know. That shows that you have selective empathy, and that's a bad character flaw.
That is a huge character flaw. Like,
Yeah, people need to be more patient. Absolutely. And I think a lot of that comes with maturity as well.
yeah,
As I've gotten older, I've gotten a little bit, I want to say wiser, but I've been a little bit more understanding, like, hey, I like this person, they're cool, but also I still don't know them quite yet. Because when you first meet someone and then you're attracted to them and you like them, you're at that point you're kind of attracted just to an image that your brain made of them, as opposed to liking and loving the person that they are.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. You're allowed to do that because that's just how your brain works. Your brain makes a decision on what they are based off of what you've seen. And I'm like, oh, this is a cool person. They're funny. They seem pretty chill and laid back. But then when they're like, but you know, Mexicans are taking our jobs, it's like, well, then I don't know. Maybe you should just get better at having a job than you fucking dipshit.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know. Do you want any of the jobs that like these immigrants are supposedly taking? Because they're all farming jobs. They're all jobs that can be under
or
the table,
cleaning,
or
housekeeping,
car repair. Do you want any of these jobs?
Yeah. Also, if you want those jobs, you are overqualified, so you could get those jobs if you wanted. If you're losing your job to someone that isn't even legally allowed to be here, then maybe you should up your resume a bit. Well, and also, here's the thing, the people that say that are the ones that usually have good high-paying jobs.
Yeah, they already have good high-paying jobs.
They're saying they're saying it on behalf of a group of people that aren't experiencing that. It comes from nothing, because if you look at any sort of statistics, immigration is like almost 100% of the time a net positive.
Yeah.
Because it jumps up the economy, it brings taxpayers into here, and they're like, oh, well, if you're here illegally, you don't pay taxes. But it's like, they go to grocery stores. We have taxes when they buy stuff at 7-Eleven and Walmart.
Then, like,
Jesus, dude.
I didn't know that that the immigrants that were coming in weren't paying taxes on their food, like, and their bills, and they're like,
yeah, I didn't know,
paying taxes on a lot of their paychecks. Like, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I didn't know that people that aren't legally around here that aren't legally allowed to be here are also getting welfare, which is huge propaganda that they say. Yeah. They're like, oh, they just like are on welfare. It's like, how? Tell me how they're on welfare.
Like, the government doesn't even...
The government doesn't even recognize them. They can't also be on welfare. They don't
recognize that they're here.
Yeah. And also, like, here's the thing, and there's that thing about people like, well, the argument that a lot of people make, it's like, well, I think it's okay for you to be here, but I just want you to be here legally. Well, then, once they get here, just allow a humanitarian approach and allow them to do the paperwork once they're here, because a lot of people are coming in this country seeking asylum or just a better quality of life.
Yeah.
And anyone who deals with the immigration process in the U.S. knows that it takes sometimes up to like 2 years to maybe potentially get accepted.
Well,
our immigration policy is super broken.
It's also really ridiculous that it's gotten to the point that they've brainwashed the first and second generations of specifically like Latin American people. There's a lot of stigma against the Latin American people, specifically Mexicans and like other brown people with accents. It's just like, my grandparents moved here from Mexico to have a better life. And my aunts have, and my uncle have even said that, oh, it's not that we care that the illegal immigrants are here. We just want them to do it legally. But it's like, do you understand that my grandfather, your father, by the way, my grandfather came here and worked for years in order to get his citizenship so he can marry my grandmother and bring her over. It took so long that my grandmother was going to marry somebody else. She was legitimately going to marry somebody else in Mexico. And then my grandfather took her and whisked her away to America, because it took him so long, and it was so difficult for him to learn, and so difficult for him to get the proper paperwork. This is back in the 50s.
Yeah.
Like...
And it hasn't gotten any better.
It hasn't gotten any better.
If anything, it got worse, especially under Donald Trump.
Yeah, it got so much worse. So much worse. So, like, I don't know. And I don't know. It just kind of, like, it baffles me. Yeah,
so actually, this is actually, like, relevant news now. Do you know the YouTuber Moist Critical?
No.
No, he goes under, like, I think his YouTube name is Penguin Zero. But he also has a stream team. Like, they have a Apex Legends stream team. He owns them or whatever. He helps ownership of them. So he actually, because of the stream team, he actually had to deal with the U.S.'s immigration policy specifically, because a lot of the people on his gaming team are from Australia. So they were trying to come to America to be in this big tournament or whatever. But the American visa process is so bad and fundamentally broken that they weren't letting these professional athletes into the country because of lack of proof. So I think the problem is just, like, they don't recognize that, like, MLG or whatever, professional gaming is a legitimate talent sport. So because of that, they just, like, there's not enough proof or whatever. So they have not been able to get into the country, even though they're legally allowed to. But the American visa and immigration policy and system is just so broken that even professional athletes are getting rejected because of whatever.
Yeah.
It's really stupid. And yeah, like you said, Kris, people that say that aren't even looking for jobs.
Yeah, they really aren't. They're not.
When they're like, they're stealing our jobs, it's like, bro, you have a 6-figure salary.
Yeah, the people who are saying this are definitely not making $25,000 a year and under. Like, definitely not.
Well, all of that comes from your own bias whenever you say that, and from other people in the news telling you that this is what's happening without you actually seeing any of that experience yourself. It's really, it is just xenophobia, straight up.
It really is. Are we starting to get a little bit ready to have dessert?
Oh yeah, let's get some dessert. Yeah, we're gonna have a fruit salad with some angel food cake, and it's gonna be really good. Everything that I've had that Kris has made has been really good, even off stream. Really awesome that I've got a roommate that's a really good cook. So I don't really smoke weed that much anymore. The more I'm sober, the less I like being high in any sort of way. Because I don't like, I used to do mushrooms every once in a while, but I haven't ate or had any mushrooms in, like, it's probably been 5-6 months. It's been almost half a year. And it's because I just prefer being sober, man. I say that, and then Kris walks in with fucking vodka. Hell yeah.
What are we talking about?
Oh, I was just talking about how much I don't smoke or do any drugs anymore.
Yeah.
I'm raw dogging life straight up, dude. I'm on fucking multivitamins, dude. Thank you. But I'm going to do a shot of lime juice.
Yeah, you guys want to take a shot with us?
Certainly better than doing the shot of Tapatio last week. If you missed that, I did an entire shot of hot sauce, and it was like filled up this much with Tapatio too.
It really was. I was very shocked.
Fucked up my stomach, dude.
Yeah, you could hear his stomach bubbling for a good few minutes.
It was for like a few hours. It was like the entire stream.
Yeah, for like the last 2 hours of the stream.
Dude, and my shit was red for like 2 days. It was rough. The spice wasn't the bad part, but it fucked up my stomach, yo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it was like 30 minutes after that where I was like on the stream and I was like, just like dying.
Yeah, we had to give you a trash can.
Yeah, because I thought I was gonna
you were
puke
gonna yak.
I thought there was like few moments where I thought I was gonna puke.
Yeah, no, that was
Awful.
kind of funny.
Yeah. You wanna do a shot?
Yeah.
Alright, what are we cheersing?
To honor.
To honor.
And if you can't get honor, trip her, then get honor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rain, our cat, he is not a love unconditionally kind of animal.
No. He is. I have all of the conditions and I'll still not love him.
Yeah. He's like, you can do everything right, and I will maybe give you a few minutes of cuddling. It'll be at my time of choosing, and yeah, it's just like I love him. I love him. He's a little asshole though, and I really wish I could cuddle him, but he won't let me cuddle him. Nope.
Yeah, the contrast between Banana and Rain, extremely different.
Staggering.
Like they're so opposite in just about every way.
They really are.
It's very strange.
He's very much a black cat.
Yeah. And Banana's just like a menace that just wants to love everyone and everything.
Very much.
But also, in another way, also an asshole. Banana is a bully.
She really is a bully. She's like, I want all the attention, and you're gonna give it to me. And like nothing is going to take that attention away. So even if I'm chilling and like watching TV and stuff, and I'll be playing on my phone, she'll get really upset that I'm on my phone while she's cuddling with me. And she'll like literally knock the phone out of my hands.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Siamese cats are crazy, and then she's a flare point Siamese, so that basically means that she's a blonde Siamese, and just like Siamese cats are menaces anyways because they're so smart, but she is wild, man. She'll look at you like a mountain lion looks at its prey. Like,
yeah, you can't tell if she's mad at you or if she's just like curious. She looks at you like she's about to hunt you down.
Yeah, she really does.
You are prey to Banana.
Yeah, especially your feet.
Yeah, she tackled my ankles like twice today, and I don't even know why.
Yeah, well,
I think this time it was playful, but also she does that thing where if you walk around too much without recognizing her, she gets really butthurt about it.
Yeah, she'll attack your feet as you're walking around. She'll step out in front of you as you're walking around, so you'll like trip or like step on her. And I don't know. And then she's also very petty.
Oh yeah.
So if she feels slighted in any sort of way, she'll get you.
She'll make sure she knows that you slighted her.
Yeah.
Denver's a place that I spent a decent amount of time in because I was living in Laramie, Wyoming, and it's like a 2-hour drive to Denver from there because I live in it's southeast Wyoming. Denver is like a place that I could probably live in. I have a couple of cousins that live there, and they're super awesome people and fellow gays. So I would love to hang out with them more if I was in Denver. That would be a lot of fun. Denver's just even more expensive than Reno. That's part of the problem.
It really is.
And it's not getting better in terms of like, well, the entire country is just getting more and more gentrified. Like the middle class has just disappeared for the most part, you know?
I mean, they said that they were going to get rid of it.
Yep. And they're doing it.
They did it.
Yeah, they're doing it.
They did it. Either you're middle class or higher upper class.
Or you're poor.
Or you're poor.
Yep. The thing about Denver is it's also really cold.
Yeah, it can get really cold.
It gets really cold because it's in northern Colorado. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I moved to Reno, because I want warm goddamn weather. I'm sick of the cold, dude. I'm so sick of it. And even though, and Reno still is cold, like, 8-9 months out of the year, and I almost want to move down to Vegas just because it's warmer down there.
Yeah.
Even though Vegas kind of blows and is even more expensive than Reno. I just hate being cold. I'm a 90-pound man with no body fat, man.
Yeah. I totally understand that. I've considered moving to Arizona specifically because it's warmer there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not a huge fan of the cold either. I like when my room is cold before I go to sleep, because that way I'm nice and warm underneath my blankets. But
yeah,
but like that's just about it.
That's about it. Only because it feels better when you're warm.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'd want to live down in Arizona because my body actually handles. Even though I don't like the cold as much, my body itself handles the cold better. Like, I get heat exhaustion and heat sickness really easily.
Yeah.
So if I did live in a place like Arizona, I probably wouldn't be able to handle it that well some of the year because of it. Because a lot of those times it gets so hot that people are like, I literally cannot walk outside because I will die.
Yeah. I got heat exhaustion when I went to Philadelphia.
Yeah?
Yeah, I got
just
really sick.
Just a little bit ago?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a few months ago. My mom had a convention meeting up there. So she invited my dad, my brother, and I up there to go hang out because she was going to stay an extra few days. And everything was pretty cool up until the day before we were supposed to leave, and we were walking around. We went from the Hilton to the big museum, which was closed. And I don't know, I got like heat exhaustion and I ended up not feeling well the rest of the day. Like, was like vomiting the rest of the night. It was not cool.
Yeah, that sounds not cool.
Yeah, it wasn't very cool.
I actually got heat exhaustion when I was in Denver.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was at the water park. I can't remember. I think it's called Raging Waters or something.
Oh.
In Denver. So we were outside like the entire day because we were at the water park. So I wasn't like super hot or anything. But because I was just out in the sun all day, I still got heat exhaustion.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't super hot because I was fucking at a water park. Wyoming is the majority just a nothing state. Like, the biggest city in Wyoming is Cheyenne, Wyoming. It's still, like, only 120,000. It's, like, a third of the size of Reno. And it's the most populated city in the entire state. Size-wise, it's big. But population-wise, not so much. Kind of part of the reason why... Like, when I was living in Wyoming, I didn't even date anyone when I was in Wyoming. Like, I did date people, but it was outside of the state. It was long distance. But back then, also, I didn't have a whole lot of, like, ability to show attraction towards other people. You know, I didn't have the security to want to meet people or date, really. Early 20s for me were rough. And childhood. But also early 20s. And don't get me wrong, things are still hard now, but I just, like, feel a little bit more comfortable in my own skin now. And a lot of that is thanks to comedy. Comedy kind of just makes you develop a little bit of a thick skin. Because it's very socially vulnerable, so you're like, if I just, like, talk to someone and they don't like me, it's not that big of a deal. Considering a couple hours ago, I just went up on stage and just talked about dick for 5 minutes and not a single person laughed. That's way more embarrassing than someone just being like, no thank you, I don't want to go on a date, or whatever, you know? That's kind of what's nice about, like, bombing, is you're like, oh, well, I bombed, but I'm still alive, so I guess it's not that big of a deal, you know? You just kind of realize that even though things suck, you kind of just keep living. That's what's cool about comedy, is it leaves you very vulnerable, and you can just keep on being like, well, maybe I'll figure out how to tell this joke about how massive my hog is. And maybe, just maybe someone might laugh and believe that my dick is big. And then they might want to suck it. Maybe. And then sometimes they do, and then they're like, wow, that was not that big. Turns out that was just a joke. What a bummer. Yeah, failure is a great teacher, for sure. Experience and failure. It's one of those things where there's a lot of people that do things and they're like, oh, I just never mess up. I'm so good, or I never fail. And there's a lot of comedians, not a lot of comedians, but there are comedians that are like, after every set, they're like, actually, that was pretty good. I like how that went. And I'm like, you didn't get a single laugh, or you got a couple of chuckles, or whatever. And it's one of those things where if you aren't failing, it probably means you, one, aren't trying hard enough at the thing that you're doing, or two, it means you are failing, you're just lying to yourself about it. You know, because failure is ultimately how you grow. You learn a lot through failure, and failure isn't bad. It just doesn't feel good when you fail. Now, I will say this: too much failure is really bad. Because back when I did live in Wyoming, I was roommates with the guy that was super into Super Smash Bros. Melee. He was like just under semi-pro level. Like he played it super well and super religiously, and he was really good. And I did learn some things from him. Like I learned a lot of mechanical stuff, and I learned like a lot of like the functions of the game and whatnot. And there was a certain point where I did start to get better after playing it, but it's when the skill gap is so high that it's not, you can't even learn anything from it because the skill gap is so high. So if all I'm doing is getting my shit crapped on, then I'm just going to be super demoralized and think I'm the worst ever. You know, there's only so much failure that is helpful or good and tolerable. I've seen people do comedy, and they started out doing comedy. They did it for a few months or sometimes a year or two. There's some people that I know that have done comedy for years, but they still just kind of straight up are not funny, and they still kind of suck. And I think in a lot of ways, sometimes I'm that person too, you know, but sometimes you're just not that good at it either, you know. One of the reasons why I don't really write poetry anymore, except of specific reasons, is because I didn't think that I was that good of a poet. I don't think I was. I think I'm a good writer, but I don't think I'm a good poet, you know. So then that's why I gave up and started writing dick jokes. But yeah, this does look super freaking good. Kris, what are we eating for dessert?
This is angel food cake and ice cream. It's vanilla bean ice cream from Tillamook, and I made a syrup from blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries.
Oh, so. Yeah. Let's dive in. I think it's good to not only fail. I was just talking about how comedy is good because you fail a lot.
Oh, yeah. Well, anything that you do artistically is good if you fail a good amount. But, like, learn from your failures. You know?
Yeah, there's some people that just don't. Jesus. Yeah, there's some people that I see that do comedy and other artistic things who are either stubborn or sometimes it's straight up delusional, and they're trying really hard to, like, be this way, or they are trying to sell that joke, or they're trying to do this thing that is clearly not working, and that's also making them look bad and weird.
Yeah.
Or like misogynistic or sexist or whatever, or transphobic or whatever. And there's a lot of comedians that like do shit like that. And then it bombs every time, and then they get weirded out by it like it's their fault, not their fault that they're transphobic. And
yeah,
and there's a lot of people that just like are held back by those. Hi, Banana.
she really wants some, man.
I know she does, but you cannot. Feet off the table.
Yeah, we don't need your poo paws anywhere near anything that we're eating. Caitlin and I were like making up different names for like cat's feet. Because her friends were talking about how their cats like to touch their food and their drinks and stuff. And I think they were calling them like fecal feet. Like keep your fecal feet away.
Yeah, that's not great.
And I was like, gotta keep your poo paws away from me.
Your poo paw.
Your poo paws. There's another one that we made up, but I think those ones were the best ones.
Fuck, I'm already kind of full from dinner.
Yeah,
I'm really pushing through this dessert.
You don't have to eat the whole thing. We could always like put it in the freezer.
I know, but I want it.
I know, it's so good.
Alright, come over, Kris. You're welcome to come over and finish it.
Yeah, do you want to come over and finish our desserts for us? Hell yeah, come over.
I'll message you the exact location of my butthole. Oh my god, I'm so full.
See, that's like the exact opposite of what he typically does. Because
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like, it's gonna be awful. I messed up this one thing, and he's like,
I'm like, what are you talking about? This is amazing.
Good.
Yeah. Well, everything you've cooked for me, I haven't had a bad meal from you yet.
Yeah.
Even the broccoli you messed up still was good.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
That
know?
burnt broccoli was like hitting for some reason.
It was still good.
I appreciate that. It just means that when I actually fail, I'm gonna fail really hard in front of you.
Yeah, I'm going to be.
And you're gonna be like, "Wow, Kris, I'm sorry. This is shit."
I'm like going to be like, oh man, this is. I won't even feed these to orphans.
Like, this is inedible.
Yeah, this is prison food.
You doth forsaken me.
You doth forsaken me. All right, dude. I don't think I can eat anymore. I'm
That's
so
so
full. I'm bloated as fuck. I'm
Oh
gonna
my God.
I'm gonna be so tired. I'm not even gonna be able to be scared. Playing Fatal Frame. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay. I wish we had actual chairs. Because I like sitting on Steven's bed. It's very comfy, and I do like our background and everything. It's very, like, chill and homey, and makes it feel like everybody's just kind of here hanging out. Oh, pardon me, hanging out. But also sitting on the edge of a bed for like 3 hours does put a toll on your tailbone. So that's a thing. I might be calling it quits too. I only like half of this. It's so good, but like I'm so full. I had even more soup than Steven, and I ate that whole bowl. It's such a heavy soup. Maybe we should have like thought of something lighter for dessert. Maybe we should have done a fruit salad instead of the angel food cake. Ugh. You guys want any? I made a lot. Let us know where we can send it. Yeah, it was a fairly heavy soup. A lot of potatoes. A lot, like, I used a lot of cream cheese and sour cream and just like a huge block of Tillamook cheese. So it was like 16 ounces of cheese. Not including the cream cheese and sour cream. Just, yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, I was worried that there wasn't going to be enough bacon in it, but it was a good amount of bacon too. So if you guys ever want the recipes, just let me know. I'll send you guys the recipes too, because honestly all of this stuff is pretty easy to make.
Oh my god, banana. Yeah, the soup was so filling, dude. Oh my god. It was delicious.
I was just saying how we ate probably about like half of our dessert each.
Yeah, and it's good.
Yeah. Poor Steven. He's gonna have like a food coma.
I know.
You're gonna sleep so well tonight.
Dude.
You're gonna have soup belly and everything.
Yeah, I slept like 12 hours last night, by the way. I slept so long. I fell asleep at like 11 last night, and I don't think I got up until like 1. Well, I woke up at like 9 for like 30 minutes because I wanted to post on social media, but then I fell back asleep and didn't wake back up till 1. And I've been so tired all day. I have not recovered.
Yeah.
And this soup just fucking wrecked me, dude. God damn.
Yeah, the decision was courtesy of my friend Shane. I couldn't decide whether I wanted to make pasta fagioli tonight or loaded baked potato soup, and we decided on the loaded baked potato soup. And man, was it loaded!
Yeah, it was.
It was loaded. It also had green onions in it, and then we topped it off with more green onions. So it was good. I am definitely going to eat this later.
I will too, just not right now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
Holy God. Now I feel really bad for not eating all of it.
Well, I mean...
I ate what I could.
I gave you a lot.
If I eat more, I will die. I will just explode into a potato soup and angel food plethora puddle.
Yeah. That would be really good as a shake. But I don't think I have a small blender, but I don't know if we're able to actually do that.
We probably could.
Yeah.
We can make like some sort of malt or something.
It's one of those it's one of those individual blenders.
Maybe.
The protein shake blenders.
We could try it.
Yeah. We can totally do that. All right.
Will it blend? That is the question.
Will it blend?
Did you ever watch those videos? Back when like the magic bullet or whatever, the ninja had like this old school video series online called Will It Blend? And they would just try to blend things as like a marketing thing for this blender. Did you ever watch that?
No, I thought you were making a reference to Good Mythical Morning, where they're like, "Will it taco?"
Well, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love Good Mythical Morning too.
Good Mythical Morning.
But there was this old, like back when the internet was still pretty new, there was this old website called Will It Blend. And it was like the ninja blender was using this like YouTube series. It wasn't a YouTube series, it was like pre-YouTube. But they were using their website of videos to be like, oh, let's put Hot Wheels cars in this blender and see if it'll blend. And almost all of the videos, it would blend, and that would be like, wow, look how great this blender is. But they would just put stuff in the blender, like Hot Wheels cars or whatever the fuck.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and it was done. The guy that was the host was like really stone cold and really dry, so he's like, "Will it blend?" That is the question. He was like very robotic, and it was kind of hilarious. The JFK magic bullet. No. We were not talking about the JFK assassination.
The magic bullet.
No, the magic bullet is a different blender. That's like a as seen on TV.
Yeah.
Blender that my mom actually got me for Christmas, and it was kind of nice, but it broke after a while.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, I want to take a dab.
Take a dab. Yeah.
Oh, did I need to bring a boop boop?
Boop boop.
No.
Oh no, I think we have it. It's still here. I love how you said a boop boop and I immediately...
You were like, what?
A boop boop?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I couldn't remember what it was called.
A cord?
A cord.
You have the boop boop, sir. You're using the Latin term.
The boop
boop. Boop is the Latin word for cord.
I'm sorry.
That was so funny. Do you have a boop boop? And I had to like look down at what you were pointing at.
Yeah.
The boop boop.
Yeah, the boop boop. So today what we're dabbing is I don't remember, but it looks like this.
What we're dabbing is I don't remember.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
I don't remember what it's called, but I know it's high limonene, myrcene, and cario. Because I like me that or that.
Yeah, this has been really fun. Thanks for some subscribing and hanging out. Thanks to everyone who's been hanging out.
Yeah.
This is a lot of fun. Do you have anything you want to promote?
Follow me on Instagram, KiwiMonster8264. Um, it was awesome hanging out with you guys. Cheers to the last shot of the night.
Cheers. Yeah. I just realized this glass wasn't clean and I've been drinking out of it the entire time.
Oh, that's sad.